start streaming, so we should be live any minute.
Cool.
Okay, remember you have to buy the blocks in pairs.
Yeah, I think I've
Uh,
done that.
6.
Although, yeah, if they're in pairs, then sure. I'll put that one back like that.
Okay, I was able to spend 39 points. So,
Me too, by my calculations.
wow, okay. So, there we go. Let's see here, and then copy. Okay, there's my force. I think we may have done the same thing, Dave.
Potentially.
Potentially. No, we didn't. You have more blocks than I do.
How
All
does that?
right.
How does that? Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, different compositions.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll just start in one corner. I'll start here at Habrina,
Sure. And
and I didn't put an avatar piece, but whatever.
I'll tell you what. If
And
you're starting from that corner, then I'll come over to this corner.
okay, no problem. And then what we do here is we simply count how many. Let's see here. Okay,
One.
we simply count how many spaces to get to our destination. So I'm going to draw my route, and then we'll
Sure.
count it up in a bit and see where we meet. So
Hmm.
my route, so the objective is Hill 775 here in the center. Wow, this gets really crazy around here. Let's see here. Let's go like that. This middle section is a mess. Have to kind of work backwards. There we go. That's the route. And now I'll
Cool.
count my squares.
So 30 squares gets me right here. I've counted them in tens.
8, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is 20 right there, roughly. And it doesn't have to be exact, of course, but I have a number of squares where I'm passing through diagonals, so every few or so I'm just
Yeah.
adding an extra square to my tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, and because I'm passing through a town, we'll call that 30.
Sure. So I've
And
gotten
so you're
to here.
30 there. Okay. And
Yeah.
then, okay, let's go ahead and move up to that location, those locations. So if I do that, and I move all my dudes up here, boom. Look at that. All right. And then let's see here. Okay, so we still don't, I don't think we'd have contact yet. You're definitely going to get there before me. Was that right? Was I? Oh, no, no, that was 20. I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, I don't think we'd have contact yet. Let me move back. I moved my pieces a little much. I should be somewhere in town. And so then we come out of town. That's 1. And we don't see you.
Yeah, I'm on the other
That's
side of the
2.
hill.
And then here. So let's see.
1,
5, 10,
2,
15
3.
minutes. So in 3,
Yeah.
then we would run into each other.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 would get me to about there.
Ooh, boy. Okay. Now, how do we want to do our orders? Do we want to write the orders and then we reveal them? Can write them in a channel on
Oh,
Discord.
that might be. Yeah, that might be a little fun surprise.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. So let's do that. Let's. We could actually write them here in tabletop, but I think we'll just do it in Discord. Oh, look, I have spammers on here. Why do I have spammers? And there we go. We'll just report those. Yes, if you post spam, we just go straight to reporting you. Okay, let's see here. That's why I used to have comments turned off on my YouTube videos. Now it's a problem.
Yeah,
I'll have to find out what to do with that.
I think everyone goes through that from time to time. I mean, I went through a few months of people just just bots just leaving random comments, and sometimes YouTube deletes them automatically. But yeah, it's weird. Once they've got you, they've got you until those accounts are shut down, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, I will post my orders in Blue 1.
And I'll go
And
to
what I
red one.
will do is I will add you to the permissions. So you'll be able to view them. But no peeking for either of us.
Nope.
There we go. And that should work. Okay, so Blue 1. So don't be drawing your orders because,
Yeah, that's true. That was an idiotic thing that I did. I'm so used to having a table on my own. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot you're on the same table.
well, this is a test of the 2-player system, right? The game I plan to publish is supposed to be played with an umpire, 3 players, 2, 1 red, 1 blue, and an umpire. But if you want to play it 2 players, you would write your orders and then resolve them simultaneously. So the first thing is to write my orders. So let me see what I want to do. Let's see here. Okay, I've got my orders.
Sure.
And then let me know when you are ready. I need to mute the World War II thing. Man, there we go. Let's do that. Keeps popping up in the corner of my screen. It's distracting.
Sure.
All right, let's
Okay.
see here.
That's. Oh God.
Okay. Well, hello to anyone who's viewing the YouTube. It says I have one person viewing it. Maybe that's me. I don't know. But whoever is viewing it, howdy to you. Maybe it's a spam bot, huh?
Who
Okay,
knows?
right? So here we go. Two player Kriegsspiel system. Man, Dave, you have so many troops. You're still writing orders.
No, I've just finished my orders. I'm just naming them so we don't get confused because they're all the same block, pretty much.
Oh, I'm not going to get confused. I've got 4. I've got 4 blocks. All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So, I'll read my orders to you. And then let's see here. And then we'll do mine. Then we'll look at yours. So, my orders are 1st Hussar to Hill 775. Do not charge, retreat if challenged. So he's to go up here.
Right.
2nd Hussar is to follow and support. Retreat if challenged. The artillery is to set up here at the edge of Rosnitz.
Mm-hmm.
And the artillery is to form double line to the right of the artillery.
Oh, this is interesting because I asked my cavalry to do a wheel north just of Brizza, and then I asked my 1st brigade to form up in like a double line just west of Brizza, and then I asked the artillery to set up there, and then I asked the 2nd brigade to form an attack column just on the other side of the hill. And I actually didn't give an order to 3rd brigade. I forgot.
Are they supposed to just stand there?
I guess they'll be my comfortable reserve, I suppose.
All right. Well, hey, at least you have a reserve. I think that all of our orders will be implemented then without interference. But we do have to count. So 5. So 10 minutes gets me to the top of the hill. Hey, Dave, I won. I got to the top of the hill. I won.
2,
Thank you, folks. This is the
3.
shortest Kriegsspiel in history.
So
okay.
Yeah, 3 squares just gets me there.
And that's fine, especially with cavalry. 1.5. That's 10 minutes.
And
so
then
5.
These guys.
10.
1, 2.
I don't know that my infantry's going to make it because I'm moving through this town, and soldiers moving
1,
through
2.
town
Takes them just off the road, like that. Artillery. I mean, they probably don't unlimber quite just yet, but
mine should. I had them at the head of my column. Oh boy, that means I'm gonna get a shot at something. Oh, but what do I want to shoot? Do I want to shoot infantry or do I want to shoot artillery? Everybody loves that counter battery stuff, man, I tell you, but I'm going to shoot at infantry.
Okay.
So, let's see here. So your skirmish block, we can.
I didn't order it. I forgot to give it an order, but I guess
What I was figuring is you fold it into a or you attach it to a formation, and that whole
Sure. Well,
battalion.
he'll just go at the front of these guys then.
Okay, so that battalion
Yeah.
will always throw a +1 DRM.
Okay.
See what I mean? That's
Yeah.
how we'll use it. So,
Sure.
so I have mine with this battalion here, but whatever. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna roll. I'll fire at the second brigade here, right
Do
here.
do you think they'd be able to get line
Ooh,
of sight over the hill,
one,
lob it over the hill?
two, maybe not. If I was, the
I
other thing
think it'd
is
probably be best to shoot these
range.
guys.
What was my range on artillery? And of course, let me see my die. Let me check my unopposed arty die. It's the black one. Where is it? Here it is. I might not have range. Okay, unopposed artillery. If less than 400 paces, roll 2 dice and apply both results. So I think out to 2 squares is basic range for one
Yeah,
die. One.
that'll
Two,
get you there.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know. That's really pushing it.
2.5.
Okay, I tell you, here's what we'll do. We'll roll 2 dice and we'll take the worst result.
Okay.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah,
If even, since you are being so magnanimous, is that the word? That you're
it's a
allowing me
test
to,
game. It's a test game. You know, with
yeah. Yeah, but Dave, what if you don't win? Okay, so we're gonna take the lowest of the 2 results, and we have no effect as the lowest result. Look, I got an 8 and a 1. Okay, well that's how it's supposed to work. That's the lowest of 2 results. So no effect. They fired some solid shot. It bounced. Maybe a couple guys tried to stop the cannonball, but nothing significant. Okay, that's the end of that order. Now we have to give new orders. So don't forget your guys this time, Dave.
I try not to.
Okay, and we'll probably do, and again, we do them in 5 minute increments, especially now that we're here. Um, but if you, I mean, you can give whatever order you want. It's just it's going to move in 5 minute increments because
Hmm.
we're so close to each other now. So okay, so light infantry is attached to my first battalion here. So I will. Do I name them somehow? There we go. We'll do that. Okay. All right. Let's. Here we go. So. Hmm. Hmm.
My order is in.
As is mine. Okay, so here are my orders. I'll draw them out. So my first order is the Hussars are to move here,
Okay.
and they are to fall back if they are pushed. They're to give way this way if they're pushed is the goal. Is the
My
intent.
cavalry was still just kind of setting up like that.
We're just dancing, aren't we?
Yeah.
We need to put some music on for this. Okay, my artillery is to stay right where it is, but it's to focus fire on any advancing infantry. So if your infantry comes on up, we'll shoot at you. And then my infantry is to form its lines and move up this to the top of the hill.
Sure. So my first brigade was told to hold. The second brigade was told to form square, and the third brigade was asked to form to the left of second brigade, and the artillery was actually asked to shoot at your cavalry.
Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so if we implement this, cavalry moves. Artillery doesn't really have anything. I guess it's the same target. And then these units in 5 minutes will get to here. And let's see here. 5 minutes, we'll say he gets to there like that. And this block will just sort of attach like that. And that's 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, your guys are unlimbered. You're going to get a shot at my cavalry, and I'm going to get a shot at your infantry. Your shot will be a straightforward, solid shot. So you will be firing what die here? It's the unopposed artillery, I believe. It's the black die. So select the black die and roll it, sir. And I retreat. Okay, so because there's, well, one of them retreats. Which one do you prefer, the 1 or the 2 as your target?
We'll just go for 1. Go for the closest
Okay,
one, I guess.
So retreat is 400 paces. Okay, now 2 is technically supposed to stick together, and I did give the order. I just don't know how I want to interpret that. If I want to make 2 follow along or leave 2 there, what do you think? If 2 was ordered, hey, stick with 1.
I think 2, after seeing its buddy, move off the top of the hill, will probably go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll follow. Okay, now my artillery fires on this infantry here, your first brigade. So once again, we'll roll 2 dice and take the worst. So let's roll them. And I think we have D retreats. Okay, so retreats means you fall back 400 paces, 1 square. I don't think you take disruption, and I actually nuked my handy dandy cheat sheet. Let's components, saved objects. Let's see. Saved objects. Even this is different. Oh, yikes. I bet you it didn't save them. You know what? That's okay. I can go into games. I can go into here and I can search. And there's a lot of stuff in here. No, it's not there. I don't think they might take disruption. I can't remember. Let me search my hard drive. Brittle cheat sheet. And if they retreat, 1 disruption, no loss. Alright, we need to return this to the game. I deleted it when we were having trouble getting everything to work. And it's in documents. Let me see. Oh, I don't think I have time to mess with this. All right.
I
Well,
might be able to bring something in.
yeah, it's okay. I'm not going to bother with it now, but it is 400 paces, 1 disruption, no loss. Okay. So, and the disruption applies to just 1 block. Okay. And it's just
Oh,
1 white disruption. So, and he recovers it if he just stands there for a turn. So yeah, you can use anything. You could use a hit marker. Okay.
for fun.
All right. And that's that. That's the end of that 5 minutes. Now, we can issue new orders or simply resume with the orders that we have. I think obviously the Hussars, I'm probably going to give my Hussars orders and more. I am going to give a new set of orders. So.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay, my orders are done. Let's take a look at the YouTube here. Achilles, hi Achilles. Dave says, did you let him know what the objective is? Yes, Marshall never wastes ammo on counter battery. I will if there's nothing else to shoot at, but I prefer to put fire on infantry. I think it's more effective. Is there a big enough difference between unopposed artillery and opposed artillery to justify counter batteries? So, counter battery, you hit on 3 out of 8 you hit on 3 faces of a D8, with the 8th face being you also route the battery. The unopposed is when nobody is fighting with the battery, like the battery is just firing on you and you can't shoot back. Otherwise, if I recall, the artillery should be supporting infantry attacks and adds a +1 die roll modifier for each battery you have supporting your infantry. So there you have it. So let's see. Kind of a suppression interdiction counter battery. Yes. Achilles says, for me, counter battery fire is almost never justifiable. The primary target should always be the primary units of maneuver. I agree. The purpose of artillery is to shoot infantry, not other artillery. Okay. I have my orders, Dave, whenever you're ready, sir.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to acknowledge the YouTubers there. Okay, so I'm doing this. Now, they have orders to charge if you should approach, or if you're not in square. If you go into square, they have orders to hold off. And if you press them, they have orders to retreat.
Sure. So my cavalry I told to hold.
Okay.
My first brigade I told them to take a position back next to the artillery.
Okay, are they further back than normal, or are they at the same range as before?
Yeah, they're at the same range as before.
Okay.
So they're just told to, wait, you scallywags, get back up to
Okay.
protecting that artillery.
Okay, my artilleries fire on anything that approaches you, specifically cavalry, otherwise targets of opportunity or hold fire. So basically, I have them on opportunity fire.
Hmm.
I don't think I have anything to fire on. If your infantry were to move up, it would barely come into range at the end of the turn.
Sure.
So I think we'll hold fire. We'll just interpret very conservatively there. So at 5 minutes, we're here with the
Mm,
cavalry,
sure.
and then the
But so my
infantry's to move
second,
uphill.
okay, because my second brigade was told to advance to the top of the hill, but they'll have to come out square for a couple of minutes, and third was told to support. So third's probably not going to move until second starts to move.
Okay, so I moved by
Yeah.
5 minutes, and then I would not change orders. So do you want to move by
Mm.
5 minutes?
Yeah, so I mean, we'll take what a couple of minutes out of square and
Okay.
then move them like halfway or
Yeah.
something.
Yep. That's just fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they're told to support, so they'll probably come level with them like that.
Okay. In the next 5 minutes, hussars come here. Okay. And they see these guys, and you would have an opportunity to either go into square or not. And then in 5 minutes, they would come up to the crest of this hill. They'd probably turn to face you, though. So I don't
Sure.
think they would make it without having to fight you.
Well, I think third would probably go into square
Okay.
and face, obviously, because they don't want to get hit. And
Okay. So
then
they hold off.
second brigade, yeah, was just gonna come up further to the hill and fight your guys.
Okay. Okay. What's this elevation difference? Let's see. Is it 62 to 75? I'm trying to see if this block sees can fire on this block. Can my
They,
can he fire at him?
yeah, yeah. I think half of the line would probably be obscured. Yeah, I mean, we'd only be able to see half a line.
Okay, so these two blocks will certainly fire, correct?
Yeah,
We agree
yeah,
on that. Okay, so I
yeah.
have a 6, you have a 4, plus I have light infantry here, and your light infantry is over there. So, according to the rule, 6 and 4 gives me a 2-point difference, which is advantage. Our elevations are roughly the same. I get a +1 DRM because of the presence of light infantry. So, if that's the case, I'm going to roll the orange advantage die with a +1 DRM. Do we agree?
I agree with you. I cannot refute your logic.
All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and roll it. Oh, and then rotates to a 3. Both fall back. Now, that only applies to this block because
Okay,
you're in a column. So this applies to mine. Now, fall back is 200 paces.
okay,
So all you have to do is really put him behind. So
okay.
basically, it's like they fought each other. They did a volley. It was kind of indecisive. The next line came up to fire, whatever. Okay, and that's that. That's the end of it. Okay, so indecisive, and with me having all those advantages, I still didn't get anything accomplished. All
You
right.
don't want to. Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
no, they have orders to fall back. They're not
yeah.
going to charge the square.
Okay.
So now it's a new batch of orders. Okay, so new batch of orders. Here we go. What? Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, I had some interference with my screen there. I don't know what that was. I don't even know if it showed up on the YouTube. I don't see it on the YouTube. Okay, let's see here. So, go back to my orders. I'm almost done with my orders. Okay, I have my orders in.
2 seconds.
Okay. This is fun playing it. Like
There we go.
This
My
works.
orders are in.
Okay. My hussars ordered to hold off, threaten, only attack if enemy comes out of square. Are these guys going to come out of square?
3rd Brigade was just told to continue to support the 2nd. So, as a master umpire, how would you interpret that when 2nd were told just to keep pressing the hill?
Ooh, I don't know. You have to tell me. You're the captain of them. Do they come out of square or not? Because they come out of square, they're getting charged. If they don't come out of square,
I don't think they're stupid. Blocks have self-preservation in mind as well.
Okay, so all right, so they're gonna hold. You're gonna push up the hill though with these guys, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm not even. Well, if I advance into you, we get into melee. So I think I'm gonna hold and let you advance. Come to me. I don't want to get into melee. If I do, we both take losses.
Okay.
So melee is guaranteed losses. Now, what I did order was artillery to support infantry, but I don't know if I have a line of fire on you. What do you think? What do you think?
I think you could arch a ball up there.
All right. We'll go ahead and fire. So this just adds a +1 DRM.
Oh, you might even have a bit of canister on the flank there.
Oh,
Who knows?
not like this. But all what it is a +1 DRM. So it actually doesn't roll a separate die. So I have 12 against your 4. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to definitely roll the orange. This is where I would almost give myself a bigger DRM, but I won't here. But I'm just going to do a 1 DRM.
Sure.
And
before you do that though, because 1st Brigade were ordered to support, and they'd probably be about here by now.
Okay.
So I don't know whether your cannons would want to shoot them instead.
Ooh, good question, huh? No,
but also
we'll support the infantry though. Go ahead.
Sure. Also, the cavalry were told to charge your guns.
Oh boy, so you're going to come up 2 squares. You're going to get a piece of that battery.
So 1, I don't think they quite.
They don't make it, but we're not getting out of there. We're not going to make it out.
Sure.
Okay, so you've got my battery. You're going to bag it on the next turn, but let's roll. And it's a 7 plus a DRM, 8 D routes. Okay, so this unit, it only applies to this block. Right. He's going to reduce down a state. He flips. And then he's going to peg it. And then he's going to go 800 paces to the rear. And we're right about there. And that's going to get a routed token. So wherever that is.
I think you might have deleted that as well. I don't know.
No, it's right here.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, perfect. Okay. Yep. All right. So he's more or less out of action. Okay, so that happens. Now, you have an assault column. You have the option of continuing the assault with your next piece. It's an assault column rule. In other words, this piece can either attack or you can not attack with it. Although I would say if your lead element routes, you probably should have to fall back. It's an unwritten rule, though. I just made it up right now because it sounds logical. What do you
Yeah.
think? But you have
Yeah.
the
We'll
choice.
yeah. Yeah. They can see that they're outnumbered. They're probably gonna
Okay.
fall back. Yeah.
All right. So you can fall back as far as you want, up to 800 paces, your discretion.
Like that.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. There we have it. Okay. Next round of orders. Oh man, you're gonna get my arty. The fact is, I left them exposed. I left that flank exposed. I was so focused on getting up that hill. So next round of orders, I'm actually not going to change any orders, but you can change yours.
I
Uh,
don't think I need to change mine either. We're in full swing, and yeah, people are people are doing what they're doing.
that's 5 minutes. Gets me up on top of the hill there.
Sure.
Okay,
And
so whatever. And then you're going to get 5 minutes of movement.
yeah, so they're probably going to come back with that support and get to about there.
Okay, so there's going to be probably combat before we even close that distance. So I think you
Yeah.
would turn and fire on me. So why don't you set up your line to fire on whatever you want to fire?
I mean, would they close in a bit, do you think, or does they still go on that kind of
Do you want it?
trajectory?
Your captain directs them, so you decide.
Okay.
You
We'll
decide.
we'll go like
You
that then.
know. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then this is supporting this, and this
Yeah.
disruption should come off. He's no longer
You
disrupted.
reckon?
He stood
Okay.
there for a turn. He's good. All right, so that'll be a +1 DRM on this. Now this is charging, right?
Yep, that's right.
I don't know. I think I do have a die to roll, but I don't even know that I would roll the die. Let me see here. We have
You don't think that there'd be at least one or two cannons that would just swing and try and get a shot off?
not necessarily Cav versus infantry arty, full charge plus DRM. Like we could roll the die. The question is, you're not doing a full charge because that would spend your cavalry unit, but you might. Uh, you're definitely going to get a +1 DRM on the die. Do you want a +2 DRM? Which, if you do that, the unit is spent, and it would take a
They
few
were
turns to
told to
recover.
charge. They were told to charge the guns. So
Okay, so
yeah,
we're going to just roll it with the +2 DRM, and we'll apply the result. But I think you should be fine. Where am I at on this map? I'm so zoomed in, I can't even see. And if you'd like to roll it, go ahead. And then apply a +2 DRM. 5, okay, and then a
to a
+2.
7.
Infantry already destroyed. Okay, that's the expected result. Okay, that's it. He's
But
gone.
now one of these is spent, or both.
Yes, yeah, just one of them is fine.
Okay,
No,
we'll just
flip
go
him.
with it.
Flip him. And there's his spent state.
Ah, okay. I was
So,
not aware that there was a spent on the other side.
yep, you just flip him over, and now he just has to rest for a few turns. And I have not established how long they have to rest. I would say at least a couple turns, probably. I really don't know because I don't know enough about horses. If a horse is
I mean,
exhausted, how long before you can start
I
doing
mean
horse things
they
again?
charged uphill. Give them 20 to 30 minutes to, yeah,
That's fair enough. And you can
yeah,
also trot him back wherever. You can,
sure.
like that. All right, there you go. All right, so there we have that. This here remains in stalemate, right? They're not coming out.
Hmm.
This artillery is massed, so it's not doing anything. And then we have a battle royale here, do we not? So
I
we
think
have,
so.
what, these two against this one. And then we have these two against this one here. So I do have a way of resolving this. Okay, so we have two here, and then we have these two here. Okay, so
Okay.
6 and 6, 12. He's going to roll the advantage die. I would. I'm also quite tempted to give him a plus DRM, just because the advantage of numbers. So it's going
Mm.
to go very badly for you, I think. But you're going to get payback in just a minute. Let's just see. Okay, so we'll just say that you retreat. Okay, so he's gonna. And he gets a level of disruption. Okay,
Cool.
but it's not a loss. Okay, and he'll recover a state at the end of this turn. All right. Now here you are rolling 4-8 against my 6, so that makes you the attacker. 4-8 versus 6, so you get the advantage die with a DRM of +1. Here's the cool part, because this unit has already participated offensively and it's not positioned to fire on you, any negative effects that you incur do not apply to you. So, and I could be a little harsh on myself by doing that, but I think it's all right. We'll just see how it goes. So go ahead and roll, and then okay. So that's defender falls back, but you have light infantry, so it's a +1. So you go to 5. Defender falls back. Okay, so he's gonna fall back now. That's the whole battalion. Okay, and then this unit here takes disruption. So we'll copy that and put that there. He'll take disruption. Okay, and that's that. All right, that's the 5 minutes of combat. Now it's time for new orders. Is that 400? That is not 400 paces. That's 200. Was it fall back or retreat? It was fall back, right?
Yeah, defender
Uh,
falls back.
Fall back does not take disruption. Fall back does not take disruption. Okay, fall back is an orderly 200 pace withdrawal. All right, there we go. All right. Well, and they're elite troops, so. Okay. Okay, I wonder if that should be a harsher penalty, especially on the advantage die. What is the 4? Falls back. Okay. So it looks like the advantage die isn't always harsher on the victim, it's just easier on the attacker. All right, fine. All right, let's go here. I can't remember how I did things sometimes. All right, Dave, next round of orders.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Okay, I have to write these out. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's my orders. And let's check the YouTube. My interference cleared when I zoomed out. Yeah, if I do this, let's see if it comes back. I think there is something else going on. It is raining where I live, but I don't think that would have anything to do with it. My second monitor didn't have the interference. So I don't know what's going on. And look, here's the spam again.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you are.
You're saying I'm looking like Custer there, huh? Maybe. The YouTubers are saying I look like Custer. Okay. All right, let's go to my orders. So my orders are first Hussar, continue to threaten, but second is to come around this way and charge you if you remain where you are. If you
Okay.
remain within 800 paces of hill 775. So in
My
5 minutes.
orders were to charge you in the flank.
Oh, and I'm not in the square. Mm. And I can't
First
form a
Brigade.
square. You have to be more than 2 squares away for me to be able to react.
Right.
You got me there
First
again.
Brigade was told to press the attack.
Okay.
Um, Third Brigade was told to hold,
Yeah.
and my artillery was told to unlimber and move up to the right of third. But I mean, you'd probably only get that far. And then these guys were just told to chill in the rear and become a reserve.
All right. So they're gonna, yeah, they'll recover another round of disruption as they chill. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I'm getting hammered. Okay. So what attack do you want to land first? You can have your infantry attack or your cavalry attack. The situation could change and your cavalry could shift here if you have your infantry attack first.
Um, yeah, okay. We'll have no. You know what? I think yeah. We'll do the infantry first.
Do
Yeah,
I get to
you're
do we get to
probably right.
face each other?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, all right. So we'll call that a fair fight. So
Yeah.
6 and 6 versus 4 and 4. So 12 versus 8, meaning I am considered the advantage side. I will roll the advantage die against you. Our light infantry cancel. Our light infantry cancel. I have a slight high ground advantage, but I think we're not going to worry about that. Let's see, how many 775 versus. What is that top elevation? It doesn't have a number on it. It's higher than 775, isn't it?
I would presume so.
That's interesting. But you see how I kind of come down the side of the slope, so we're just going to ignore the elevation here. We're going to say we both have more or less. So I'm going to roll on the advantage die, and it's a straight roll. And then when your cavalry comes in, it's just going to hit me. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what? Oh my
I
goodness.
retreat. I retreat.
But I mean, but at the same time, like because I'm pushing the attack, so would I not be the attacker in that kind of thing? Because
The
your guys fell
A
back, so
means
you
advantaged, and it's because I have a higher combat value than you. I'm the
right.
advantaged one. That's what that means.
But
It doesn't mean
but I thought
attacker.
it would mean oh okay,
Yeah. So,
right.
yeah. So,
I
since
see.
I'm the A is the person rolling the orange die in this case. So,
Right. Okay.
and so I'm rolling it, and yeah, so that's the result. So that is a retreat, not a fallback. So we do take a disruption. We'll throw it right there, and then that is 400 paces. So I have to go a little further. Okay, there we are. Now your cavalry can come in and hit these guys on the flank. So you're
Hmm.
gonna roll the cavalry, the yellow die, and I think it would be a straight roll. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a
Yeah.
straight roll. And then hang on, let's rotate it to 1 and see if there's any modifiers. If against square, you're not. Is it a full charge? Are you charging in full gallop?
Yeah. They were told to charge, so yeah.
Okay, so it's a +2 die roll modifier for you. Go for it. Good luck. 6.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
oh, it's going to go to an 8. Oh, I'm destroyed. Oh, he's out. He is out.
Yeah.
You knocked him out of the game.
But he's
Man.
spent now.
Oh, yeah, he's spent, and you can
Yeah.
probably fall him back or whatever. And then we'll flip this, and he's going to go back 800. And that would be that. He would go back 800. I'm going to put a disrupt on him because he would certainly be disrupted. And there we have it. Okay. Dave,
Hmm.
Dave, Dave, at this point, a smart commander knows when he's beaten. I think you've won the Battle of Hill 775, man. I could reform and try to hit you again, but your weight of numbers, even though I have elite troops, you have artillery, you have both of your hussars, you have you outnumber me 2-1 now in
Sure.
infantry. I would be a fool. Plus, you occupy the high ground. I would be a fool to continue attacking here. What do you
Sure,
think?
but I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you from what you're thinking. But I mean, if the battle went on for, another 2 or 3 minutes, let's say I would take the hill, and those guys were following their orders and trying to cover any type of extra charge and my cavalry running you down. What would happen if your hussars kind of hit my guys as they were just kind of.
That would be the 10 die here, which is cavalry versus cavalry. Now,
Mhm.
because you're spent, we would argue that there'd probably be a DRM onto it.
Yeah.
If Cav is plus or minus 2, so they're equal, but I would say probably a +1 DRM in this case. Again, it's umpire's discretion. So if we were to roll that, if that were to happen, and roll it, and then I would get a +1, I would route. I route because I'm advantaged here.
Wow.
So I'm the one that routes. So yeah, so you got me. You got me, man. You got me. So not only would I flip and go 800, I would be routed. That would actually go to 6. There we go. Yeah, man, I don't have anything left. I'm done. My guys are tired and spent. They can't take it anymore, Dave. You cleaned my clock, bro. Whoever said I was good at Kriegsspiel.
I think you've just developed dice that, yeah, beat. Yeah, you can never really tell. I mean, again, you can have like the best kind of tactics, but if the dice don't roll your way at the end of the day, I mean, because you rolled like 3 1s in a row
Hmm.
there.
I did. I
So
did. Um, I
if the
think
if the
though,
dice don't roll your way, then you're yeah, you've had it.
not having my artillery, losing my artillery, and then having yeah, you're right. Just the volley fire from you was more effective than mine was, even though I had better units. But I was rolling the advantage die. But you can't beat luck. It's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
And in this case, you were definitely lucky. But it wasn't just luck, because I think if your force had been smaller size, then I don't know. I think the weight of numbers is influencing my decision to skedaddle, for sure. If I'm a battlefield commander and I'm on my horse and I'm looking and I'm thinking we're outnumbered 2-1, this hill is yours, buddy. Even if your troops are newer than mine, this hill is yours. So you can have it. You're welcome to it, sir. Enjoy the view.
There best be gold underneath it.
Right? Because there's blood on top of it, I tell you. Oh my gosh. But yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. This is how I want it to play. And I want commanders to say, you know what? Nope, I'm out of here.
Mm.
Not these fights, these bitter fights to the death that we always see in these battles. I want them to be short, sharp skirmishes that last maybe 30 minutes or even an hour of game
Yeah.
time, of battle time. And then one side or the other is like, hey, I'm out of here. Because I think that's what was typical during this era. And what was uncommon were these Waterloo type engagements where two armies fought to the death over the course of half a day or a whole day.
Mm.
I think that's why those engagements are in the history books, because they were uncommon and rare. The typical engagement was exactly what you saw here. You have two asymmetrical forces that collide, and in 30 minutes a decision is reached, and one side says, nope, that's enough for me. And I'm telling you, I'm getting sacked for this one. I am not getting a promotion, I'll tell you that. I am getting sacked for this. Losing my guns? Oh my gosh. So I like it. I think it feels good. I think it worked really well. We did have to kind of improvise and fudge some rules, but it also shows that if you have two friendly guys playing, and we write our orders down in secret,
Yeah,
you can totally do it. So as a two-player game, this is absolutely playable.
yeah. I can imagine me and my family sitting round the table and doing this fairly easily.
Yeah, there we have it. Well, Dave, sir, congratulations. We've been playing for 1 hour exactly. Um,
That's what you want. Yeah,
yeah,
that's something quick and easy and fun. And yeah, for a nice little test game, it was really good.
man, what a gem. What a gem. Well, Dave, thank you for playing with me.
No, thank you.
I had a great time. And I want to say thank you to Achilles and Potbellied Slim and to our spammers, who I get views for the spammers at least, even though I reported them. Um, at least help get my numbers up. And not that it matters, we are not at all trafficking in the kind of numbers that make a difference on YouTube. But
For
thank you all.
now, you know, this time next year, you could be rolling in that YouTube cash.
Right, right. What is it? A penny for like 1,000 views or something silly? But
Something like that.
there you have it. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Achilles and Slim, and everybody who watches this video in the future. What a fun time. And that's it, folks. And we will see you all on the next adventure. All right.